Hey, it's Curvy, WRZP715KJ5HLO. Recently, I did a video on how to install ASL3, All-Star Link 3, and that is a bit difficult. But what if you just want to get online? Well, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how to set up ASL 1.7, and it only takes 10-15 minutes. Now, what's the advantages and disadvantages of it? Well, for one, it's not that techy. So it's pretty easy to catch on to stuff and it's easy to connect to things. It's been around forever. You'll be up in no time flat, connecting to nodes all across the United States and the world. Okay, first things first, you're going to go to allstarlink.org. I'm going to have all these links down in the description just so everybody knows. And what you got to do is you got to get yourself a node number. So what you got to do is come to portal. You're first going to, if you don't have a node yet, you're going to have to click and make a server. And basically you just go in there, you put your location. It's just wanting to know where your location is. That's it. Then you're going to click node settings and you're going to create a node. You're going to come to this page right here. It's going to give you a node number. Write this number down. So write that down. The next thing you want to do is come over here to password. I'm not going to do it because I'd be showing my password. But right here, this arrow above there, and you would see what your password was. Okay, now a few things that you're going to need. First, you are going to need advanced port scanner. And again, these links are all in the description. Download this. It's a free download. You're going to need PUTTY, which links in the download. It's free. That's so we can connect into our modem or our node, SSHN. You're going to need, I use Balena Etcher. I think that's how you say it. But free download, links in the description as well. You're going to need SD card memory formatter. The link's in the description. It's also free. You scroll down here, accept it, and you get to download it. Okay, so now you should have installed all this software here. All the links are in the description. You have SD card formatter, which is going to do just that. It's going to format the SD card so we don't get any errors. It's always a good thing to do that. We have Balena Etcher, which is going to put that image onto that card. Then we have PUTTY, which is going to help us access the SSH terminal and do all the changes necessary to set the node up. And then we have advanced port scanner, which is going to help us to find where this Pi is. And we'll get into that in a minute. But before I start, I also have let me pull this over here for you. We have the Raspberry Pi image. Now, this is fine. You can put this in the Balena Etcher and it will write it. But I do this. I don't know if it does anything special, but it does tend to burn faster because what's going to end up happening is that it's actually trying to extract this image at the same time it's trying to write. So why not go ahead and save it some time? Give it a little help. So I just always extract it and it'll be a raw image file. Okay, so now we have our file extracted, and it's going to be the one with the IMG for the type, because it's an image file. I'm going to pull it over here to the desktop so it's easier to see. The first thing we want to do is go ahead and stick that SD card in to the slot, either USB or some computers have the little SD card reader in it. It doesn't matter. Any way you can get that SD card in there. And we're going to go to the one that usually pops up, but be very, very careful that you got the right one. And just to make sure that you have the right one, you can open it up and you'll see that the card's there and it's called FCON. So hit that format. You don't have to have anything here. Just hit that format. It's going to say, are you sure? Yes, we are absolutely sure. And that's how fast it's done. You can close that program. You're done. The next thing we need to do is we need to get that image onto the card. So open Balena Etcher A little trick I just learned: when this box comes up like this, you can actually take this, pop it right on there, and this little box is going to open up saying, "You want to burn that?" You hit yes, and there you go. Next, it's going to ask where you want to write that to. Well, we want to write it to F colon. And then last thing, you just click flash. And what it's going to do is it's going to come here and it's going to burn the image onto the card. And after that, it's going to say, I believe it's validating. It's going to come back through here and it's just going to read and check for errors. So when it gets done, if you're in a pinch and you want to get out of there fast, you can always, when it goes to validating, you can always click cancel. But see, this is the difference between a high quality card versus a cheap card. I recommend that you go with a SANDISK. You can see the speeds here at 50. Now, if you get one of these cheap Amazon Basics or one of these non-name brands, you're going to notice that this number is going to be possibly like 23, 15, 17. So it really does matter, the speed. But once it's flashed on there, which I have a very, see, it's going to validate. It doesn't take long, but well, I'll just let it run through. But if you did want to skip it, you could go right here and just click this little skip and you'd be done, but it never hurts. And then when it's done, it's going to pop up. X out all these little boxes that are in here. And then next, pull your SD card out, stick it in your Raspberry Pi, make sure you have it the right way. I'm using a Raspberry Pi 3, so I'm going to go do that and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so hopefully you had inserted the SD card into the Pi and you attached the Ethernet Cat5 cable into it and then powered it on in exactly that order. Make sure that Ethernet cable is in there, but prior to hitting that power on that Pi. So the first thing we need to do is we need to locate the Pi on the network because we don't really know where it is. So that's where we're going to use Advanced Port Scanner. Go ahead and open that up, and up here at the top left, you'll see a scan button. Press that. Now I have a smart house and I have a lot of devices. Most people are not going to have devices like this. But what we're looking for is the words Alarm Pi, and it's going to say Raspberry Pi right here where it says manufacturer. See how it says Raspberry Pi? We're looking for Alarm Pi, and it might take a little bit for it to boot up. And finally, we now see the Alarm Pi, and we have this IP address, and it says Raspberry Pi. Write this number down. You're going to need this. You're going to need to input this several times. So this is 192.168.0.69. Okay, so we're going to close that down. We're going to open up PUTTY so we can talk to the machine. So now we know where the machine's located because we got the address. So we're going to open PUTTY. This box is going to open. And we're going to type in up here 192.168.0.69. This is important. Make sure you add an extra 2 right here or it won't go through. Open it. They're going to give you a security warning. Just say okay. It's going to say log in as. It's going to be root. And then you're going to type in root again. That's the default. And this is going to open up. And you can do latest updates if you want to. It'll just update some files. And it says, would you like to run first setup now? Yes. Okay, now it's going to ask for a new password. Try to keep this password easy, like numbers and letters. That's it. Try to keep it short. This is what you're going to use from now on to log into the system. And it's going to ask you to do it again. Okay, is this a private node? No. Okay, now this is the node number that we got from the Allstar website, the allstar.org website. So enter that node number in. which I have to look to see what mine is real quick because I forgot. So mine is going to be 623853 and hit OK. And it says, do you want to set up node configuration? Why not? Yes. It will be run after reboot. Okay. Do you want to change the default time zone? I live in Central Standard Time, which runs off of Chicago, so I'm going to say yes. It's going to load a time zone list. It's going to pull it. Okay, now using your down arrow is how you go up and down on here. Okay, to select, you can hit the space bar. So I'm coming through here. I found Chicago. I hit the space bar. You see how I put a star there? Now I can hit OK. And it asks me if it's correct. Yes. Okay, now remember how the host name said alarm pi? You can change this. And sometimes this is helpful when you have many nodes. Like I name mine like node, what have you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to show you. This is how I keep track of all the nodes I have. I put node, and I usually put 6, 2, 3, which use 50. Okay. Now, if you want to make it a dynamic IP address, you can do that here. I'm not going to do that because 69 is easy to remember for me for some reason. And it's asking you if you want to change your port. It's 222. You can make it whatever you want. No, I'm not going to change that. That's getting too much into it. Now it's going to ask you to reboot. Hit the button there. And it's going to close. So now what you're going to do is, while it's rebooting, you're going to close PUTTY and you're going to reopen it. I want to show you a trick while we're here. If you get tired of hitting this so many times, you can go type the IP address in and make sure you put that 2 there, and you can name it whatever you want to name it, and you can hit that as save. Now next time you come in here, you can click whatever and this will pop in there. Just a little time saving thing. We're going to go ahead and open it. Now remember, we just changed our password, so the username has not changed. It's still root. However, our password is the password that we entered a few minutes ago. And there you go. Now it asks you, do you wish to continue? Yes. And that's our node number. I think I did 0. That'll work. So now this is going to ask for your call sign for your node. Okay. So that's going to be a call sign. So mine's KJ5HLO. And it's going to either go by Morse code or it's going to say the actual KJ5HLO. Okay, now this is asking if you want to report status to allstarlink.org. And I would say yes, you definitely want to report so you can see, people can see if your node's online and what have you. So I would always say yes to this. Now here's the thing. If you hit yes, it says, do you want voice ID? If you add yes to this, it will give your call sign out. It will make a recording. It will manually say it out. If you say no, it'll create a Morse code. I'm going to go ahead and put yes. Okay. This is a bind port 4569. You're going to need that later. But go ahead and OK that. And what we want is semi half duplex telemetry and courtesy tones transmit, which is number 1. So hit OK. Okay. Now the node password is the password that we wrote down from the Allstar page, and I'm going to type mine in there. Keep this to yourself. Okay. It asks if you want to set up a IAX repeat connection. Just go ahead and hit yes. You'll thank me for it later. And type in a password, a simple password. You can keep it as the same one you use for the other one. That's the easiest way to do that. Okay. Do we want to configure simple USB settings now? I'm going to answer no, because this is a very complicated thing. And I'm going to have another video on how to set the sound cards up. This is just getting you started, so no. Do you want to restart asterisk to enable selections? Yes. Okay. Now we are done, and I think we are almost there. We just got to set up a few things. So we're going to come down here to 9, which is Start Bash Shell Interface. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to type in Chrome tab -E, and this is going to come up to this. Now, depending on your zip code, this is going to give you the weather report and the time and what have you. So right here, you want to add in your node number. You put a space right here at 62353. 62385. There we go. I gotta remember to put 8. I gotta make a mark on my own piece of paper. 853. Okay. Now, this is going to give you the time on the hour. If you want to disable this like I do, I don't like I have 8 nodes, so I don't want to hear that. Add a little hashtag in front of it. Okay. Next, you're going to hit Control X. And at the bottom it says Save Modified Buffer, answer Y for yes, and then hit Enter. And that's done now. So next thing we need to do, and you need to type this exactly like I'm doing it, CD space /etc /asterisk. Enter. Okay. Next we want to nano space manager.conf. So nano manager config. And this is going to pop up. Scroll on down here to where it says secret. Now, here you want to keep a space before your password. And you enter a simple password in, and once again, you can keep all these passwords the same. But keep it very simple. I'm going to enter it in right now. Okay, now after that's done, hit Control X, Y to save, and say, okay, CD, I know it's SR. It's been a while since I've done this. You can go CD, SRV, CD, space, HTTP. Let me see, I know I'm going to get this. All right, so just do CD, HTTP. Then CD, space, Supermon. Okay, so then once you're there, you want to type this in. NANO space allmon.ini and hit enter. Okay, first thing you want to do right here is you want to come here and put your node number. Delete this 1998 and put in node number, let's see, we were 623.853. Okay, then come here to the password. Oh man, I gotta turn this volume down on this thing. Okay, so now with this password, you don't want a space here. Unlike the other one, the manager config, you want to type everything together. So enter that password in there. Okay, so once again, the node number that you had up here, enter any password that you want right into here. Okay, now come down here to where it says all nodes. And we only have one node, you can actually delete this. And right here where it says nodes equal, put in your node number. Okay, and then once that's done, hit Control X, Y, save, and enter. And there you go. Now, one last thing, and we're almost done. We are going to fix the admin. So hit HTPASSWD. Then you're going to do -C and a big B. Then put in a dot HTPASSWD space admin. And when you hit enter, it's going to ask you for a password. Type that password in, and once again, you can use the same password if you want. And it's going to ask you to do it again. Do that again. And there you go. Okay. So now we're going to do a sudo. We're going to reboot it. And it works that fast. Okay, so now we're going to have to X out of this. We're going to open PUTTY again, third time. And because I saved it, I'm going to show you how I did that, whatever. I hit load. Oh, see it pops in there. Easy breezy. And then your password's going to be root. I want to do this just so y'all get this. And your password isn't going to be that new password. Okay, there you go. All right. So let me open up. We're going to open up our internet browser. Okay. And remember that IP address, 192.168.0.69. I'm going to /, and remember, Jamaican Superman is Supermon. Hit enter, and look at that. There you go. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click this login right here. It's going to ask you for a username and password. Go ahead and type that in. It's usually going to be, your username is going to be admin. And that password is going to be that password that we saved. That's why I was saying just keep everything the same when you're dealing with this. And here's another thing. Do not just hit enter after you type these two in. You have to physically click this login. And you'll see up here it says log out, so you know you logged in. Here's your node number. So you click that there, and there you go. You are officially in Allstar, and you are running. So if you wanted to try to connect, you just type in, say we wanted to go to a repeater, we type in 5553, and we hit the connect button, and you can see I'm connected to the parrot now. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this since I'm on this video. All right, let me disconnect from this parrot so we don't have any problems. See how we're disconnected right here? All right, you see how it has your location and it has all this crazy stuff here in this Allstar? Okay, let's fix that. So come here to configuration editor, where it says Supermon Global, hit edit file. Go here, put your call sign. That'd be KJ5HLO. Put your name in there. Make sure you do it in between these parentheses. Your location. I can put New Orleans. You can change this to Awesome Node, whatever you want to make it. Awesome Node. And this here you can also change too if you don't want to get that. Be like, truly. Let's do super fast, so that way y'all can see where all this stuff goes. Okay, and then down here, this is important too. See how it says show weather, the very bottom line, it says show weather condition and temperature for zip code area. Go ahead and type your zip code in there. I'm in 70448. And then at the very bottom, you'll see write your edits. Write your edits. And then now, if you click back over to this, see how this is? Now watch this when I refresh. Boom. There we go, super fast. And that's how you install it. And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave it at the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and I already have a video out on how to connect a radio, most of the radio nodes, which I'll show you where that is. It's at youtube.com. Type in hotspot guy. That's my computer would fast. Hotspot guy. That's my symbol. Click that. And if you come down here to videos, and you come down to, let's see if we can find it, right here. For GMRS 4-line radio node setup. This video right here it has the lines in the actual description of the video. You can paste those lines if you don't feel like waiting for the video to pop up. I'll try to leave a link up here around there. But any questions, and if you don't mind, please subscribe. It really does help out. I'm trying to get these videos out to people, and it really would, that's the greatest thanks I could ever get, because I don't make any money, and I promise you I've spent probably 2 hours on this video just filming. So I appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.